I'm Willie Geist, along with Al Roker, Tamron Hall, and E's Jason Kennedy, who's hanging out with us this morning and learned some serious kicks, I have to point out.
Hold on, baby.
Those are
stepping their game
That's that
up. I love
comfort.
it.
That's that comfort.
Yeah.
That's the Nike bottom deal they got?
Very comfortable.
I haven't seen men talk this much about shoes since never.
The times are changing,
Yeah.
Tamron. That's
I'm
right.
with it. I'm game.
Jason raises the game. Now, what was happening with the pie eating contest? I walked in from across the street. You're wearing blindfolds with a movie star eating pie.
Today is National Pie Day.
I understand.
Pie Day.
So since we're math idiots, we thought let's do real pie.
Well, we're taste
Let's eat
challenge,
pie.
apparently, they thought. So they blindfold us. It's amazing how different things feel and sensation when you're blindfolded.
So, but
What?
you thought it was... I didn't know where you were...
I could tell you
You're
didn't
the
know
one
I
who
was going
paused
with
for
it. I
dramatic
paused.
effect, not
I
me.
didn't, and it was the way you looked at me.
Hey, Natalie's
You were giving her the look.
square right now.
I was letting her finish
Where
the
the
story.
faithful are still celebrating the announcement
Thank you,
of the
Al.
new Pope.
Thank you,
Francis. Say, Natalie, please save us. You and the Pope are our first take this
Natalie,
morning.
you know what I'm experiencing.
I will try.
know.
I will try, but perhaps I need to say some prayers here for you guys, as it seems appropriate. Good morning to you all once again. And yes, as you mentioned, everyone here still celebrating the fact that they have a new Pope, Pope Francis I. Of course, he's formerly known as the Archbishop of Buenos Aires, Jorge Bergoglio. And we're learning a lot more about the man who is the new Pope today. But he is, of course, getting about the business of his papacy today, being the first full day in action already. Earlier today, we saw him praying at the Santa Maria Maggiore Church. And then later on this afternoon, he's going to be holding Mass with those cardinals who elected him as their new Pope at the Sistine Chapel. Now, he is very busy, as you can imagine, in the coming days, preparing for the inaugural Mass, which will be held here on Tuesday in the morning. But we do expect that tomorrow he will have a private meeting with his predecessor, Pope Benedict XVI, Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI, and that is expected to be again in private tomorrow. Now, the choice of the new Pope Francis, of course, being celebrated around the world by Catholics. They see him as a compassionate man, yet still conservative, in line with the thinking of the Catholic values in the Catholic Church. But many hoping that he will bring about the reforms that the Catholic Church so needs right now. He's clearly the first Pope, a lot of firsts, the first Pope from South America, significant, of course, as 40% of the Catholics in the world are from Latin America and South America, and so they're seeing that he will perhaps be the person who can bridge the gap between the old world and the new world. And already, guys, as you can imagine, they're very busily starting to turn out the souvenirs, including, I got my hands on the first rosary beads here.
wow.
This
Nice.
Pope Francis right on. So that's something to hold on to. But you guys, you know what will really be something that will be, I think, worth a lot of money someday is the Vatican stamp, which if you've been here, you know that you can only get the postmark here from Vatican City. But this is the Sede Vacante stamp. This is the only time they've ever produced this this letter or this card and the stamp. So this right here, my friends, is coming home with me.
That's
and
pretty
I
impressive.
think it's going to be worth something someday. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's great.
There
Pick us
you
up
go.
a couple extras, too, Natalie. Natalie Morales in
sure,
Vatican
not.
City.
She's like,
Sure not, she says.
Yeah, please help us because.
Do say those prayers
Yeah,
for us.
because
would
it's
you?
like these two are almost like they're married. You know, he's
I'll do
talking,
my best.
she's looking at him. You know, like no idea.
No, I paused because Willie was looking at me as
Hi,
if
Natalie.
to say,
I was listening.
I agree. And I was trying to defer to you. It's your show to let you say something, and you jump all on me.
Did I jump on anyone?
Al, how you
Any
feeling over there?
I
You
didn't see
okay?
any jumping going on.
Jason, stay out of this.
Okay,
You know what,
sorry.
Let your parents argue, okay?
Tamron, we'll talk after the kids are in bed. Okay. All right, let's go to our take two right now because we've got a really good one. We're already talking about it. It's
Yes.
a sitcom smackdown. This comes from New York Magazine's always entertaining Vulture blog. They're holding a bracket in honor of March Madness. 16 of the greatest sitcoms of the past 30 years, remind you. This is just in the past 30 years,
Right,
which is
okay.
important to point out because
Sure.
there's some missing older ones here.
Because then you miss Mary Tyler Moore, all
Laverne and
the
Shirley,
family.
Happy Days,
Lucy.
What's
Lucy,
Happening.
Absolutely. So this began on February 26th. This is the bracket we have it down to here. Each week, a different writer is picking the winners.
All right.
We have the final four now. Let me just rattle these off, and you tell me what you think is missing here. This is from the 16. Cheers, The Office, Arrested Development, South Park, Friends, Golden Girls, Roseanne, Malcolm in the Middle, Cosby Show, The Simpsons, Community, Larry Sanders Show, Sex and the City, 30 Rock, Seinfeld, and Louie.
I have a problem with this.
Yeah. What's
No
your problem?
Full House, no Everybody Loves Raymond,
Look at
no
you.
Frasier,
Yeah. Wow.
30 Rock knocked out in the first round by Sex and the City.
Where's Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Curb, thank you. Thank you. It delegitimizes the entire bracket
come on.
with no Curb Your Enthusiasm. These are all great shows.
Are
but
these
Curb-
shows that are not on cable?
Do you ever watch
No,
TV?
some are on cable.
I have a confession.
Yeah.
Willie, I know you're
Here
going to
we
go
go.
in. I've only seen 2 of these shows.
Really?
Are you American?
Sex and the City and 30 Rock. I've never seen an episode of Cheers or The Office.
Would you
or
put
Arrested
Simpsons?
Development.
Simpsons? It's been on. It's been on for 20 years.
People are freaking out over it.
Mark's hyperventilating.
I've
the
seen
thought
the
of
South
you not
Park
having
movie.
seen
Seinfeld? Did you hear
I've
of
never
Seinfeld?
seen Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Get out,
Get out right
fine.
now.
Take my show on the road.
Seinfeld's going to win, in my opinion.
Well,
I
let's-
think that's going to be the winner.
no. Cheers.
I know what Seinfeld is. I've not seen
Out
it.
of the last 4, out of these 4, I would go. It's either
Which one?
Cheers or The Simpsons.
Okay.
So you think
really?
The Simpsons
Yes.
beats Seinfeld?
Why?
Yes.
Based on what?
20 years, and it's still as good as it is today as it was 20 years
Oh,
ago.
that's a
In
nice-
fact, you might even make the argument better.
Okay. What
One
about
of these 4 is going to move on in the next couple of hours, and you guys still have
Oh.
a week to go, is my understanding.
But what about- is it Roseanne
to get your
versus
vote in.
Roseanne does not belong in this group.
Why?
Come on.
I tell you, this,
Come on.
the Simpsons-Seinfeld matchup is great because they're so different and so influential in their own way. It's an
Yeah.
apples and oranges thing. It's hard to pick between those two, but I bet you're right. I think
it's going to end up
Seinfeld
being Cheers Simpsons.
wins. Wow.
I love
sticking
how
with
thoughtful
Seinfeld.
this is.
Seinfeld, I'm with you.
Seinfeld. And when will we know who's right or
Next
wrong?
week.
Why would
Next
you even
week.
care?
Because I
haven't
might
seen
rent
any
the
of it.
series. I do have an
It's
iPad.
too late now. You're a lost cause.
Mail in your vote.
Hey, but you're part of our Take 3.
This is
This is huge.
This is amazing. Okay, take 3. Tamron's new tune. So as you know, Tamron's got a show on MSNBC called News
At 2
Nation.
p.m. Eastern.
Every day at 2 o'clock Eastern. 5 days a week, I should say.
This is so cool.
It has a new theme song
Wait for it.
composed, performed by her biggest fan,
Oh, come on.
Prince.
Unbelievable.
Roll it.
By the way, this is the new At News Nation theme song composed for my team by none other than music icon Prince.
Wait a minute. I heard that
Fancy
before.
pants.
This is the theme from The Cosby Show.
She's never seen that. She doesn't know.
You are such a hater.
No, that is one of the greatest theme songs of all time, and this, not as great as this.
I don't recognize. What is that?
The A-Team?
Oh, I haven't seen that either.
Wait, Tamron, back to the story
What?
here.
What?
How does this happen? How does one get Prince to write
the
the theme?
song's title originally it was 17.
Right.
And then Prince decided to change the name of the song, that Prince, the only one, to the News Nation theme song.
Wow.
But why? How?
What do you mean, why?
Well, no, I mean, do you know Prince? I mean, he doesn't do that for most shows, I would
He
suggest.
obviously is a fan.
Prince is a news junkie.
Yes.
He is incredible. He's the most thoughtful person. He's engaged with what's going on in the world. And so it evolved into this amazing opportunity for me to have this song. It blew me away when I got the email. And he's just...
That's
he's,
incredible.
You are the coolest person in the world.
no,
Seriously.
he's the coolest person on
No,
earth.
if
but-
you get the coolest person to do a theme song for you,
Well,
that makes
here's
you
the best
coolest.
part. I had the song for about 3 weeks. His people sent the song to me, and I was so nervous. I didn't want to reveal the song. I was grooving to the song by myself.
Let's hear some
at
more.
home. I'll show you my groove, my Prince groove.
Okay,
that's
suddenly
a-
not the coolest person anymore.
That's my other theme
Will
song.
he do one for Tamron?
What?
Is he going to do one for Take 3? Have you talked to him about that?
Would he do one for take 3?
Yes.
Jason, you're pushing it.
We don't want to say that.
I wanted
it's
to
Prince,
ask.
and this is the part I've never revealed. Guess how long I can use my own theme song for?
How long?
6 months.
Oh,
it?
and then
Okay.
What do you, Jason, do you have one?
No, I'm jealous, clearly.
I'm sure I can get an extension from Prince, but I thank him very, very much.
That's
He's actually
fantastic.
one of the most amazing
Congratulations.
individuals.
incredible.
Congrats.
Very cool.
Thank you.
And by the way, for
I'm
a great,
blushing.
for a great show every day at 2
Yes,
o'clock on
at 2 p.m.
MSNBC News Nation.
That's right.
I'm on
5 days a week,
Is it-
In high definition.
Is it the clip? I'm the clip.
And in 3D.
You look good.
By the way, Jason's theme song is from Color Me Bad.
Yes.
And they were
Oh, yes.
fantastic in the 90s.
I was 4.